Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I've got another video that's going to be a little bit different. I made these pages originally without videos, and I used the pre-made clusters that were made in the Discover and Create class with Vicki Boutin to start the pages, and then I filled them out with the requirements for the summer challenge. And I was just going to do quickie, finishing up some projects kind of pages. And I had enough questions and there was enough interest in how to use the clusters that I thought I'd just go ahead and make another little short video and maybe add a few finishing touches to the pages. So here's the first one. I don't know how I'm gonna approach this. The cluster that was made in the class is this part right here. And I've used this clipboard piece as to hold a little bit of journaling. I added the dark brown rectangle back here and some texture paste through a stencil for these hearts, border punch here, some little wood veneer pieces, and the yellow piece, all to meet the requirements of the summer challenge. I added the little just because the feathers were kind of protruding here. I added this little magnifying glass to balance it and kind of have a similar element over on this side. And I added the squirrel because this is Ava's first day of junior year in high school. Let me cover that, and I need something to cover this. I will put that right there to kind of cover that glare. I don't know if that bothers you, but it bothers me. Um, this is about as close as James was going to get for a first day of school photo for her. So I filtered it to get that yellow in it to gonna go with that yellow. And it actually gave some of this golden yellow for the stones on the patio, and I actually found a heart to go there, so I have my interlocking hearts. And I added another piece from the paper pack. This paper is I think from Bright and Bold or Bold and Bright, and so I I could call this finished, but I kind of don't like that my texture paste is a little bit out of line here on this heart. So I'm going to pull another heart, and I don't know if I want the lime green to bring in this lime green color. I kind of like that actually, and that gives me my overlapping hearts in another place. I've already got them here, so I think that's about all I'm going to add to this page. When I um, did the border punch on this strip, it left some little circles, and I had thought about maybe adding those, but I kind of like the little wood veneer pieces that are uh, inside the circles, and I didn't want to add another circle element. So that's one finished, and like I said, I started the whole page out with this, and as you can see, I kind of filled it out with things that have really nothing specifically to do with this other than when I saw the strip here that says thankful and grateful, which I'm going to leave as my title, that reminded me how thankful and grateful we are that Ava's perfectly healthy, strong, brilliant taking off for junior year in high school, and just 5 years ago we didn't know if she was going to make it to, let alone through, middle school, because she was fighting her brave fight against leukemia. And she's got this long, gorgeous hair, and she had no hair then. So times change, things get better, and you get thankful and grateful. And here's her single trip ticket to 11th grade. So I'm going to put this aside and call that one finished. This one, I'm not sure. Let's see. The cluster is this part, this relatively small, this tag, this clipboard, this chipboard leaf, and a chipboard toadstool, and a couple of cardstock acorns. It's a nice little kind of fall-ish sort of cluster. And somehow the colors on it made me think I wanted to use a craft background. I added the yellow sheet back here as a kind of to back it up. This is a washi tape sticker and a pencil and a ruler. When I was looking for the wood things to fill out the requirements for the summer challenge, I found this envelope, which I thought kind of went with the whole clipboard kind of thing and all of this. And to be honest, at that point, I was probably thinking that I'd do another school related, and I may not have chosen that back to school photo for the other page. And then I found this little guy, and I thought, aha, road trip. I haven't done a page about the road trip, and I don't know that I had ever used this particular collage that I made up. This is of all the baseball stadiums that we went to on our that we went to games and Major League Baseball parks on our road trip in 2016. So I put that on there. I had this strip, which is it's a border punch, or it's a border die, and it has two parts. One is the scallop, which you'll see right here, and then the other is this narrow strip there. This satisfies my rectangle and the color yellow, although this would have sufficed for that as well, and this would have worked for, this is a piece of pattern paper that I just used as a journaling strip. I did texture paste, some Vicki Boutin. I think this is an old texture paste. It's one of the original colors. And it kind of went with this strip, so I just kind of assembled some strips there. And what's bothering me, I added this flower because it was kind of loose on my desk, and it matches this strip, but none of that really matches the colors that are going on in the photo. So I thought maybe I would do a strip of this, which is kind of close to red, but it doesn't clash with the flower and that. And then I thought I might use one of these, cut one of these, one or two of those red guys. Let me just kind of, I'm going to try to capture the reddest part of this. Maybe like so. And let me, oh my gosh, I have moved some things around. I'm trying to set up the room to for when I get back from surgery. and I can't sleep in a bed. I have to sleep I have to sleep sitting up, and I'm trying to move the coffee table that I have, which is on wheels, kind of over. Let's see, that may be too long. I could maybe hide it down below this strip of butterflies. Nope, that's not going to work. So let me cut it shorter. There, and punch that. That goes there just fine. Let me kind of burnish that down. And I've got to get it straight before doing that. Okay, now I'm going to I'm going to cut this one out. I'm going to use some more of these. I love these. They're kind of, in the context of this collection, they are beach umbrellas, but they're pinwheels or whatever you want to make of them, and they, to me, just kind of add, they're not shiny, but they add sparkle, if you kind of get that. And when I cut something freehand like that, I always go crooked and it doesn't look good. So that's why distressing this kind of makes it look intentional. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I could do this like that, and then I'm thinking I might add a small one in another color, like maybe the yellow-ish. Let's do this. I'm going to save that green one for the next page. I think that's going to work for the next page. So again, and the fact that I have circles here, these circles don't look out of place. It's just a finishing touch, kind of. And this has yellow and kind of an orangey color that sort of goes with the color of that toadstool on there, and it kind of brings in this bright yellow as well. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, and I fully realize that I am more amenable to mismatched colors than most people. And do we think we could use another one? Maybe right up here or somewhere right there, maybe, forming a triangle-ish. And I'm going to use the teal because it brings in this color, and this color. And again, that kind of adds it, even though those colors are distinctly not present in the photo. So I like that we have 3 different sizes of these, and I really only intended to use one, but I think I'm gonna like this. Okay, that is definitely that color. Okay, I'm happy with that. This one is finished, and it's got this little thing that says "sweet little things," and I don't know that it doesn't not relate to the photos, but it's not specific to the photos. The "oh hello," like "hello ballparks" and "here we go" and all of that kind of makes sense to me. So I'm going to put that one aside. Now this one is one that this top piece right here, I cut the circle out of it. It had a multicolor circle, and I used that a couple weeks ago on a page. And then I had this circle lying around. I had this piece of paper. It was a scrap left from the Fernwood collection. So I put it in there, added some foam to kind of give it some a boost of dimension, and then added these ephemera, which are from different collections. I believe that's Print Shop. I think that's Fernwood, Print Shop. The cluster is this part right under here. And it had this relaxed, cozy, and carefree. And there is underneath this photo, there's a cup of coffee with a little like pattern in it. So I didn't have any photos that specifically talk about coffee. There's this Friends Make Good Times Better that actually I found that in some ephemera and thought that would create the horizontal element, and I did this. I used my die to make this is a die that an exclusive die that came from the Hip Kit Club, and it makes this little stitchable part right here as well as the fringed scallop. And I decided on that. And when I saw that, I thought, okay, let me go find some with friends. When I was on my way to when I was on my UK trip in 2022, on my way from Manchester, where I was staying with Adam, down to Southampton, where the ship was going to leave, the cruise ship for the Vicky Bouton cruise. On the way, I took a train down and I stopped in Bristol. And while in Bristol, I visited with Emma, who of Mind the Scrap, and some friends that I've been scrapping with for years in the summer challenge came over from Wales, and this is Jenny Penny, and this is Sue Davis, and they're dear friends that I just immediately felt like I'd known them all my life, and I had known them for a while. And a group of us from Bristol and the girls from Wales went out to Portishead and had fish and chips and just an absolutely wonderful time. So it was perfect for this. I have several different colors of blue. I added this tab up here to kind of match the color of the ship and the color that I have in this, and I cut this from a sheet that had the little blocks of color, one of the pattern papers. I have a little wooden butterfly here. It's kind of a mishmash, which I love, and it's perfect for this. I did some texture paste stars. This is a more recent Vicky Bouton glaze, and I intentionally did some full stars and some where it just caught the edges, and I love this page, but I kind of need something here, and this coffee cup showing over here on the side is kind of bothering me. I have had this floating around on my desk for a while. It is from I believe it's a Paige Evans. Whoops. And I've had this sticker on the back of it, this foam on the back of it for a while, but it has kind of come off. So I'm gonna put this down. Let me wait for a second, because as I was cutting this, I was thinking this green kind of picks up on the green in that leaf. It's that sort of olivey green, and I'll try to cut this one so that I don't have to distress it. And I can put this to hide the coffee cup over here, and maybe tuck it in like so. I could tuck it further down. Let me get a little bit of liquid glue, because then I can move it around. If I have dry adhesive, it's pretty much gonna stick. Let me move it down here. And I can use another one of a different size. Maybe, what color do I want? The red actually wouldn't be bad, because it has that kind of tomato soup color mixed in with the brighter red. So let me get that. And these are all going in different albums, so it doesn't bother me that I'm adding some of the same elements in on them. I'll go there, and then I'm going to put a different color right under there, and I'm going to go with the yellow. I was thinking the other day that I think this is my last 6x8 sheet of these, and I think I have one 12x12 that has a lot of them already cut out. I was thinking I could use, a few more of these, because I love these things and they just make great embellishments on pages. And sure enough, she's got some very similar in bright and bold. So I'm going to just kind of tuck this in. That's easier said than done. Right there. It doesn't completely cover the coffee, which you can kind of see right here, but that's okay. It looks like it's intentional. Now, what I thought I would do is add one over here. I'm going to lift that, because I'm going to want it to slide under there. And what I think I'm going to use maybe is, I wonder if I could use that green one. Is that too much green in that area? I think I'll go with the gold one, and I'm going to go with a little bit smaller one. Let's do this. And I hadn't quite thought all of this through. So all of this is happening on the fly, and I hope that's okay. I'll put that there and put that down, and then this now can go kind of like so. And the tassel that's there has all these colors. It has the blues and the orangey, tomato soup red, and the it's just beautiful. I think that works there, and I'm probably going to try to glue this down to keep it in place. There we go. It looks like it's hanging free, and that's what I want it to look like. So I think we're done with all 3 pages. I'm going to photograph these and get them out there, and I think I'm going to do one more. I've had a couple notes saying, how do you make those clusters? And I'm not going to reteach Vicky's class, and I don't even want to copy her class. I'll just pull some pieces of ephemera and embellishments that I have, and maybe go through and make a few on a video, and then have another video following that where I use those to start pages, and that might be something it's sort of like a scrap backwards kind of exercise. So we'll give that a shot. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with Scrap Squad Sunday. Bye.